Hi friends, this is Matt Granger, that Nikon guy for mattgranger.com. Today I'm here to do an unboxing of a different sort. What I'm unboxing didn't come in the original manufacturer's packaging. Instead it came in this high quality, premium, HPRC, watertight, bomb-proof, fantastic hard case. So what sort of equipment is going to get transported in something like this? Let me show you. Today I have the Pentax 645D digital camera. Look at the size of this beast.
Okay, from the side view you can see it's got a huge grip to accommodate lugging around that extra weight. On the back, quick access to loads of different functions, and on the side it's got a tripod mount on both the side and on the bottom.
Okay, now despite the size of this and the fact that it qualifies as a medium format digital camera, the price is surprisingly low in comparison. This is closer to the price range of the Canon 1DS and the Nikon D3S than it is to the major medium format competitors like the offerings from Hasselblad and Phase 1 Leaf, that kind of system. This comes in, at the moment it's around $10,000, which is pretty much on par with the Nikon D3X. The big thing that differentiates this between the D3X and the 1DS from Canon is that this fella has a 40 megapixel sensor. So at $10,000 for 40 megapixels, that's a lot of bang for your buck. So I thought I'd do a little bit of research to see, how other cameras stack up. So, for this one, $10,000, 40 megapixel, that works out to $250 per megapixel. And 40 megapixel is more than the D3X and the D3S combined. The Leica S2 is a kind of medium format SLR, and that one comes in at 37.5 megapixels, but the cost's around 25 grand, so that works out to $660 per megapixel. The Hasselblad H4D, the 40 megapixel version, that has the same size sensor and the same number of pixels, but it costs around $18,000, so that's about $450 per megapixel. The Nikon D3X, as I said, is around 10 grand, and it's 24 megapixels, so that comes into $415 roughly per megapixel. So this is doing quite well. Of course, the king of the hill, as far as I know, is still the Canon 5D Mark II, which is 21.1 megapixels and only like 2,800 bucks. So that's like 130 odd dollars per megapixel. Now, to be honest, that's all boring, useless stats. It's interesting to compare perhaps, but it doesn't really mean much. Comparing this then to the D3X and the 1DS, which are at similar price points to this, this one has a 44 by 33 millimeter sensor compared to 24 by 36. Now, this is retaining the film dimensions, so it's a 3 by 4, and it works out to about 60 or 70% bigger than a 35mm sensor. It's not true medium format size. For example, the larger sensor in the top of the line Hasselblad cameras are bigger and more akin to a medium format film camera. But I mean, even in film there's lots of different options out there. It's about 1.7 times the size of a 35mm sensor. Okay, in terms of features, both the D3X and the 1DS have live view. This one doesn't. This and the 1DS do have dust removal systems. The D3X doesn't. The D3X and the Canon 1DS both have a top shutter speed of 1/8,000th of a second, whereas this has a top speed of 1/4,000th. Frames per second, the other two both can manage 5 frames per second. This one is 1 frame per second. This one takes 2 SD or SDHD memory cards. And despite the huge size of this, I have to say it's really not that heavy. I could comfortably use this handheld at a high enough shutter speed without too much worry. It's not going to get heavy unless you're using bigger lenses. This one weighs in at 1.48 kilograms, and that's only 200 odd grams more than the D3X or 1DS. So, certainly a very interesting camera. Let's take you on a nice little tour of the body now. Okay, so taking a look around the camera, you'll see it's quite a different shape to a normal SLR because of the huge size of the sensor and the mirror that's enclosed. And as I said, it's actually not that heavy, but I love that the grip is really well recessed, so you can really get your hand in there and get around it. It has a load of buttons, so you've got direct access to a lot of things. So you've got a shooting mode here. On the top is the dial you can change if you want shutter priority, aperture priority, that kind of thing. Underneath that you've got a section for what kind of metering mode you want. As users of Pro DSLRs would be used to, it does have the front and rear dial for, two ways to access. If you're in manual mode, one will do shutter speed, one does aperture, and it's got the top LCD screen as well. You'll also note it does have a hot shoe. It will take the Pentax flashes, and they say that the system of using this is so similar to their normal DSLRs like the K5, K7 and such. The distributor was so confident that I'd be able to figure this out and that it's so user-friendly, he didn't even give me the manual. So I'll be sure to do a detailed review down the track and let you know how I've actually found it. But overall, I have to say, as a piece of engineering, it feels very solid and nicely put together, and I just love the sound that the shutter makes. Let me just put the mic against the body so you can hear that. Okay, let's take a shot shooting back at you guys. I'm just going to pop the mic on the side of the body here. Take a photo of you. It's a lovely sound. Alright, so that's the 645D from Pentax, hands-on intro. I'll be using this extensively over the next couple of days to familiarize myself with it before a big upcoming shoot. So stay tuned, I'll be sure to do some comparisons of this to other cameras, some lens quality tests with the 55 I've got here. 55 with the the reverse crop factor of this camera becomes about a 43mm focal length because it's bigger than 35mm size sensor. So yeah, stay tuned, lots of videos coming, and thanks again to Pentax for loaning this one to me for my upcoming shoot. See you soon guys, this is Matt Granger, that Nikon guy for mattgranger.com.